Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Griffin Anderson, work at Consensus, and kind of driving the Balanc project there. We're also one of the oldest projects at Consensus, looking at basically how this technology is going to impact the accounting space, and we're also building a lot of the accounting tools for all of you in the audience to go out and do financial reporting and make sure you're compliant with the local legislation. So Balanc3, we're building accounting tools for these tokens for all of you. I have a few of my colleagues in the audience here. If you guys could just raise your hands for everybody to kind of look around and see where you're at. There's a bunch of Consensus people here today. So Balanc, we have kind of three areas we're primarily building accounting tools for. So the first would be funds, tokens, all these ICOs, building software for that, which we're going to demo and show you the software today for that, and then individuals, especially from a tax compliance perspective. So one of the things we often do at Consensus is we work with a lot of different tokens and launching protocols. And we're kind of the domain experts in this accounting space. And so over the last, I would say, year, if not plus, we have encountered many issues that you need to address if having a token sale. And so some of these issues include making sure that the organization is structured, employee benefits, the actual tax treatment, valuation of these tokens. These are the issues that we work with every single day. In addition, here's a few more, but you need to make sure you have bookkeeping and office support set up. You want to make sure that you're working with a good tax advisor to make sure that you're structuring your IP internationally between all these different entities. And these are the issues that we encounter. If we could, I'm going to go ahead today and demo our Balanc software. And if we could go ahead and press play on the video. Wonderful. So this product we're just kind of announcing here over the last couple of weeks is the Balanc. You can kind of think of it as like a QuickBooks or Xero for tokens and cryptocurrencies. What we do is we make it very easy for you to go ahead and add your addresses. And I don't know why it's a black screen, but it doesn't seem to be coming through on this format. But what we do is we pull in the addresses and wallets you run and operate out of. We pull all the Ether and tokens associated with those addresses. And then we go ahead and populate what you might kind of look like a block explorer, but we pull in all the different transactional information. And while it's a little blurry on the right-hand screen, what happens is we make it really easy for your bookkeeper or accountant to go through and classify the different transactions. So if you're trying to run and operate your company right now, you're probably going to need our software to go ahead and do your internal financial reporting and for basically external stakeholders. In this case, the software is kind of demoing that you can tag addresses. We keep track of all that information. We're pulling in, we've aggregated the major exchanges across both centralized and decentralized exchanges to pull in real-time pricing information so we know exactly when the transaction occurred, what price it was for a whole array of asset classes, including not only Bitcoin and Ether, but all the different tokens. It's very modular and customizable for your bookkeeper and accountant, so they can add multiple journal entries that are traditionally found in these accounting-based systems. So it's modular, you can change the pricing, things like that, and make it formatted appropriately. And this is really the aha moment. So we end up rolling up the information to the financial report. So you'll see a financial statement of the underlying entity as well as an income statement. And what we're really working on is the best way to go ahead and value cryptocurrencies. There's a bunch of different ways to evaluate these different protocols. So we went ahead and traditionally did a financial statements, but we're working on different formats that are best to give you basically information. And what we're doing is we're going to then make this information all accessible to all of you as token holders. So if you're holding one of these different tokens and you're interested, we're working with a lot of the dApps and protocols in the space to make the financial statements public and transparent so you can start to hold these different protocols accountable. You'll be able to see what they're spending money on in terms of wages and things like that, their expenses, and hopefully give you more information so you can make the best decisions going forward. So going forward here, the other thing we're very active in is the Accounting Blockchain Coalition. It's the largest group of accounting firms, Big Four, law firms, technology companies, and what we do is we go through and we're working on a lot of the different standards internationally and advising a lot of the accounting regulatory bodies, or at least providing them a lot of information. So we're looking at tax treatment, accounting treatment of all these different currencies and the impact on the industry. And here's some of our working groups that we have established. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me at griffin.anderson@consensus.net. This is all we do on the Balanc team, is look at the accounting implications of digital assets and cryptocurrencies, and we're building software this space for you so you can run and operate your company or protocol best as possible. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a good break.